Hey, it's Paul Ingram with College Center over at collegecenter.com. Today I've got some great beginner starter drills. If you're just making your way to Filipino martial arts, you're curious about it, and you want to kind of give it a little test drive, I got some great drills for you to start off with. All you're going to need for today is a pair of rattan kali sticks and some sort of training knife, or anything that represents some sticks and anything that can represent a training knife. Okay, so this could be an old broomstick. You can cut it down in half. You got 2 sticks, and this could be a spoon out of your kitchen cabinet. I don't really care, right? Just make sure we got some training gear. And then when you want, head over to collegecenter.com, check out my store over there, and go order yourself a pair of premium rattan sticks, and grab yourself a good training knife or what. I got the link down below to the store. But let's go ahead, grab our gear, let's get to the training, and get your kali started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work with the single stick first. Now this could be a stick, this could be a sword. We're gonna go over the 2 first basic striking movements, what we call an angle 1 and an angle 2. And all the drills that we're gonna do today are basically variations of this drill, but with a couple different weapon categories. So that way you get to kind of test drive some of the different areas of kali that kali has to offer. All right, so from here, we're gonna start off, we're gonna strike down our angle 1 and down our angle 2. These are diagonal strikes. We're striking, pretty much just making an X in front of our body. The angle 1 is the forehand strike, and the angle 2 is the backhand strike. And we're just gonna work this out just like this, nice and easy right here. Just start off nice and slow. You don't have to go, super fast, and don't try to have to strike with all this power in the beginning. That's totally fine. It doesn't have to be perfect technique and all that. All right? That's what we're training for, and we're gonna build the skill gradually over time. Okay? But just get used to starting out, moving this pattern right here, our angle 1 and our angle 2. Just draw a big X in front of your face. Okay? That simple. Okay? If you're just starting this out and your arm's starting to get tired after 30 seconds or a minute, just switch hands and work the other side as well. Good idea to condition both sides of the body, especially as you're coming right out of the gate in Filipino martial arts. And then as that arm gets tired, switch it and just work this out. And try to shoot for at least like a 5-minute round of just nice and easy X strikes. Angle 1 and angle 2. Let's grab 2 sticks for drill number 2. And if you're enjoying this video so far, please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button for me real quick. One of the first drills I love starting beginners off with on the double sticks is what I call the single weave. And we're using the same exact angle. So you already learned these angles, an angle 1 and an angle 2. And we're gonna start off right here in what's called an open chamber position. We're in the open position. Right stick is over the right shoulder, left stick is over the left shoulder. We're gonna strike our right hand angle 1, and then we're gonna strike our left hand angle 1. And this is gonna end up in a crossed position, a closed position. Then the right hand's gonna strike the angle 2, and then the left hand's gonna strike the angle 2 back to the open position. And so we have a 1 and a 1, a 2 and a 2. So we call this a single weave because our arms weave 1 time. Okay, so that's why it's a single weave. And basically all you're doing is you're gonna cross your arms, and then you're gonna uncross your arms, just like this. 1 and 1, 2 and 2. Angle 1, angle 2. Same exact strikes as our first drill. So just start nice and slow, just like this. Don't worry about if you don't have perfect technique right now. That is fine. If you're striking kind of low just to learn the motion, that is perfectly fine. We don't need this killer intention, right away in class number 1. Okay, we can always work on that stuff. But right now, let's just work on the hand motions and learn these motions. So single weave, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, nice and slow. All right, before we get to drill number 3, which is gonna be the knife, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so that way you don't miss any upcoming training that we put here on our College Center YouTube channel, all right? Let's grab our knife and get to drill number 3. So drill number 3 is actually gonna be the same as drill number 1. We're just gonna switch the weapon. So now we have the knife in the hand. Okay, we're gonna start off slashing just like this. Just make the X in front of your body. Now with the knife, once you kind of get used to this motion, I want you to change the size of the X. We have the large X. This is where we're striking with full power. And then I want you to shorten the X, what we call short power. And this is gonna give us more speed. And the knife is really all about speed, but we have to know when do we strike wide and when do we strike narrow. Have both skills. Don't be biased to one set of skills, right? You want the complete arsenal because you never know what you're gonna need in the flow of things. So from here, just experiment. Start striking that 1 and 2, strike that X in front of your face. Some big wide X's, and then shorten it out with some narrow X's. Okay, work that out. Now, while you're doing this, I'm gonna give you a drill B to this. Flip it around into what we call the reverse grip. Look, I don't care if right now, if you want the blade edge on the inside, like towards you, or if you want it on the outside. Whatever you like right now, however you wanna hold it. Just make sure when you're in this grip that your thumb caps the knife. That way, if you were to hit something, it's secure in your grip. It doesn't, slide down, especially today, a lot of folding knives and stuff, right? There's no big guard to keep your hand from running the blade. So we use the thumb to cap the knife to make sure we secure it in the grip. Okay, but from here, let's go ahead, strike our X. Now we're thrusting down the 1 and down that angle 2. Okay, let's work it out. Same thing, large X's, and shrink them down to little X's right in front of the face. Okay? Play around with it, have fun, and don't be afraid to explore in your training. We're moving on to drill number 4. Make sure to add this video to your favorites. That way you can come back, review these basic lessons, and that way in case maybe you miss one or maybe you forget something or something like that. Then you have it in your library, so that way you can always come back and refresh in your memory. All right, let's go ahead and grab 1 stick and 1 knife. Now stay tuned to the end here because I'm gonna give you a bonus drill at the end of this. All right, let's go ahead and grab and do some espada daga. So we're basically gonna do the same drill with our angle 1 and our angle 2, except we're going to insert the dagger, and we're gonna use the passing method on the dagger. So from here, as I strike my number 1, I'm gonna bring my dagger up, all the way up to the top of my head, and then I'm gonna strike it through, okay? And then I'm gonna strike my angle 2, and then I'm gonna either jab this out or I'm gonna thrust it out. Your choice. You can even kind of slash it out, whatever you wanna do right there. Okay, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna strike again. So we have the 1, pass it, the 2, and jab it or thrust it. 1, pass it, here's the 2, and jab it right there. Now what you're gonna notice is, this is the exact same pattern that we did with the double sticks. It's the single weave. We're gonna cross our arms, and then we're gonna uncross our arms. It's the exact same skill. The difference is, instead of coming out with a slash with the left hand, we're gonna come through with a thrust on the left hand. All right, so that's all we're gonna do. That's the only difference between drill 4 and drill number 2. So cross your arms and then uncross your arms. So we're still working that single weave. Okay? Right here. All right, nice and slow. Always begin slow. All new skills are gonna be difficult at first. They might feel a little weird at first, but just work it nice and slow. And as you're getting better and more familiar, more coordinated, then you'll earn the speed and you can start pushing it a little bit faster. All right, I told you I was gonna give you a bonus drill for today, perfect for beginners. If you have 2 training knives or anything that can kind of represent 2 short weapons like this, maybe 2 spoons out of your kitchen drawer, let's go ahead and grab them. I wanna give you guys a little drill here that you can do. Now from here, all right, we're gonna start off. You can do this in either grip. You can do this what we call the ice pick or the pikal grip, or the hammer grip, right, the forward grip, or what we call the sock grip. So it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna train it in the pikal grip just because, kind of feels cool. All right, so from here, we're gonna strike our 1 and 2 with our right hand, and then our 1 and 2 with our left hand, just like this. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're just gonna make an X in front of our body with the right hand and then with the left hand, just like this, okay? Get used to this motion real quick. If you're still sitting on the couch, you gotta get off the couch. You gotta at least do this bonus with me right now, okay? Just get up and do this. You don't need a lot of room. You're not gonna hit anything in your house, most likely not, okay? If you're in the living room or in your bedroom or something like that. Just work this right here. Right hand X, left hand X. Right hand X, left hand X. So you get to learn a little bit of double knife work. You can do this with the double sticks as well, so you can experiment with that. Then, while you're doing this motion, I want you to drop your weapons. I want you to close your hands and give me some hammer fists. Hammer fist with the right hand, hammer fist with the left hand. And now you're working some basic empty hand strikes on your Kali in your Filipino martial arts. Powerful empty hand strikes. These are great strikes. You can hit with your hand, you can hit with the forearm. Very powerful, very versatile strikes. Okay, so now you got a little bit of training across the different areas of Kali, and you get to explore what we call the transference of skill. How we can transfer one skill across all these different areas of fighting. Across the single stick, the double stick, the knife, the espada, daga, the double knife, and even the empty hands. Pretty dang cool little feature of Filipino martial arts. If you've enjoyed this video and you're starting to feel like you're getting a good grasp on these drills, then another very important skill that you have to have in your Filipino martial arts quest is footwork. I want you to go over to this video next, and this is going to give you some of the basic starter footwork drills that you need to know for your Kali training. Click right here, and I'll see you over there in just a few seconds.